This is going to be the third part of our section on angle, side angle, and angle, angle, side. This is section 5.6. These triangles are not congruent to each other by angle, angle, side. Why not? Well, we got two pairs of congruent angles. We have a pair of congruent sides as well. Notice how this side is non-included and this side is non-included. It sure does look like angle, angle, side. But it isn't. Remember, there's two pairs of non-included sides. This one touches an angle with no arcs and one arc. The one over here that touches an angle with no arcs and one arc is this side. You would need that congruent slash mark to be on this side for them to be congruent by angle, angle, side. The congruent sides that are non-included do not correspond. And I'm not sure if I can write that. They don't correspond. So that's where angle, angle, side gets a little bit tricky. You have to make sure you have a non-included side, and you have to make sure that they're the corresponding non-included sides. So here's a review of our triangle shortcuts. There's 4 of them. Side, side, side is definitely the simplest. It tells you you need 3 pairs of congruent sides. That's what the 3 S's are. If you have 3 pairs of congruent sides, then the triangles must be the same size and shape. So something like this. That's 1 pair of congruent sides. That's one of the S's. That's your second S. That's the second pair of congruent sides. And there's your third pair. Side angle side is probably the next simplest. There's 2 S's. So you need 2 pairs of congruent sides. There's 1 A, so that's 1 pair of congruent angles. And the important part here is the congruent angles are in between the congruent sides. They're included. Now, if you know what this means, and you know that this creates congruent triangles, this is the same exact thing, only reversed. Now we have 2 pairs of congruent angles. There's 1. Trying to make arcs there, it didn't look like an arc. There's 2. And you need 1 pair of congruent sides, and the congruent sides must live in between the congruent angles. If you have these marks, these 2 triangles must be congruent by angle, side, angle. They got to be the same size and shape. Angle, angle, side, a little bit trickier. There's a pair of congruent angles. There's a second pair of congruent angles. We need a pair of congruent sides, but they can't be in between. Make sure the S is not included. So don't put it here. Don't put it here. You can put it here if you want. That side is not in between the congruent angles. Now you got to make sure this matches up with the corresponding non-included side over here. See how this side touches an angle with no arcs and 2 arcs? Same thing over here. It's that guy.